Today will mark the first step back to normal for the city of Chicago and the rest of Illinois. The state is moving toward a full reopening. That means no capacity restrictions indoors and no social distancing mandates. Some mask rules will stay in place. In Chicago, the COVID positivity rate now stands at 1.4%, just slightly higher than the rest of Illinois, which is at 1.3%. Illinois is now recording its lowest number of coronavirus cases since the beginning of the pandemic. NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster joins us now from outside of the iconic Wrigley Field in Chicago. So, Shaq, you're there at Wrigley, where I understand they're calling this Opening Day 2.0. Is that right?
That's right, Joe. I hear the excitement in your voice, I have to say. But this will be reopening day, Opening Day 2.0 here in Chicago. And it's not just here at Wrigley Field, where for the first time since the start of the pandemic, you'll see a packed crowd in there. They're able to have full capacity. This neighborhood, restaurants, bars in the area will be able to have full capacity. But really, throughout the city and throughout the state, you're seeing a reopening. For the first time since the start of the pandemic, bars, restaurants, salons, gyms, all of those capacity restrictions will be lifted, and those social distancing requirements will also be lifted. This is definitely something that many people have been looking forward to, Joe, and it's definitely an opportunity that many of these businesses that have had strict restrictions for the past year and change will now be able to kind of do what they want to do. They can set their own limits, set their own rules and regulations for their customers. But it's a big day for Chicago now that all these venues, all these big locations will be open again.
Yeah, there's nothing like a game inside Wrigley Field. Now, we should note, Shaq, the city we know was hit hard by the virus. Chicago's reopening is partly thanks to their vaccination rates. Can you walk us through some of the numbers there?
Yeah, when you listen to officials, they say and credit the vaccinations as the reason why they're able to do this. Not only is it that positivity rate that you mentioned before, but look at this vaccination rate. Across the state of Illinois, at least 70%, almost 70%, 68% have received at least one dose. We're talking about adults here. In terms of fully vaccinated, 51% of adults are fully vaccinated. Of course, the president's goal, and that's a number that we continue to look at for the 4th of July, the president's goal is 70% of adults receiving at least one shot. It looks as if Illinois will definitely meet that goal. Across the nation, it's a little bit of a bigger hurdle, but that's what you have officials pointing to as giving them the comfort to be able to lift all these restrictions after, again, more than a year of having some pretty strict restrictions here.
Yeah, let's talk more about the governor there, Governor Pritzker. I mean, why is he so confident about lifting these restrictions right now?
He points to those vaccinations. He points to the positivity rate. And, you know, he's celebrating this moment. He said this will be a return, that near return to life as we knew it before the pandemic. He had a statement where he said that Illinoisans can start to feel the hope and joy of this moment. But you also hear the caution, not only in the governor, but also health officials, in saying that there also should be a recognition that at this moment in this pandemic, it's still very present for many people in the city and many people in the world. But I think bottom line, Joe, people understand after dealing with this for a year, they understand how to make themselves safe. You have vaccinations and that vaccination rate so high, businesses can now do what they want to do on their own. They're still encouraging using masks when indoors and when not socially distanced. But you really get the sense that they're pointing at the data, they're looking at the data and saying this now allows us to open up to the position that we've been wanting to do so far. You look at the rest of the country, Illinois definitely falls a little bit behind in terms of the pace of the reopening. But I can tell you there's a lot of excitement. I was watching local news last night, and you heard a lot of business owners really excited that they can now welcome folks back into their businesses after being shuttered or being restricted for so long. Joe?
Shaq, are you going to the game?
Yes.
Yes. Simple answer. Very good. Well, enjoy it. Thank you so much. Appreciate your report.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.